Pledge allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Mrs. Burke, the roll call. Present.
Susan Graves. Present. Ben Wakefield.
Present.
Susan Grant.
Present.
Sherry Marcotte. Present. Matt Gordon.
Present.
Present.
Thank you. Board, you've been provided with a copy of the agenda for this evening's meeting. Look for a motion to adopt this evening's agenda.
That we adopt the agenda for the evening.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The agenda is approved. Thank you, board. It's time for us to appoint our school attorney. We have a motion to appoint our school attorney.
Make a motion that we adopt our school attorney, Andrew Manna.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Point of clarification, Andrew Manna represents the firm Church Hill.
Thank you.
Any additional comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Andrew Manna of CCHA is appointed as our school attorney. It's now time to elect board officers, and at this time, I'll turn it over to board attorney Andrew Manna.
Thank you, Mr. President and members of the board and administration and the public. Church Hill Antrim, thank you for the opportunity to represent the district, and the other attorneys in my office would extend the same. Tonight, by Indiana code, we have election of officers in your reorganization. Certain times of the year or certain times of the cycle, we have also swearing in, but not this evening with any new officers or any new board members. So with the election of officers, we will take a nomination either by individual position or by a slate for a motion from the board.
I move that we nominate Brandon Bowman as president, Susan Graves, vice president, and Sherry O'Day Marcotte, secretary.
We have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion on the slate presented? I'm sorry.
I dressed up with a tie this evening. You have a motion for the president and vice president and secretary. Is there any discussion? With your slate of officers for the president, vice president, and secretary, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Congratulations to your 2026 officers, Mr. Bowman. I will turn it back over to you.
Thank you very much. The board, it is now time to appoint a school treasurer. We have a motion to appoint a school treasurer and assistant school treasurer.
I move to appoint Steve Samuel as treasurer and Amy Eaton as vice treasurer.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And Dr. Steve Samuel is been selected as our school treasurer and Amy Eaton as our assistant school treasurer. It's now time to set the bond for the school treasurer and assistant school treasurer. Dr. Samuel, could you please explain the bond to us?
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. The bond is an annual item on our reorganization agenda. It really is a protection for the school district. There would be, it's not exact by either myself as treasurer or the assistant treasurer or school treasurer. So it's a protection for the district. It's a recommendation of a rate of $200,000 for the school treasurer and assistant school treasurer. The bond rate of $50,000 for individual school treasurers. Happy to answer any questions you have on that. I'll ask for your approval of those rates.
Make a motion that we set the bond for the school treasurer and the assistant school treasurers.
Have a motion and a second to set the bonds as presented by Dr. Samuel. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? And the bonds are set. Thank you, Dr. Samuel. Moving on to designate a newspaper for advertising. Board, it's been our past practice to utilize the important commercial for board advertisements. Look for a motion and a second to continue with commercial as the designated newspaper for advertising.
I move that we use the Indianapolis Court commercial for advertising purposes.
Have a motion and a second. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? And the school newspaper has been designated for advertising. It's now time to designate an Indiana School Boards Association legislative liaison and ISBA delegate.
I move for approval of Ben Wakefield serving as our ISBA legislative liaison and ISBA delegate.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to select Mr. Wakefield as our ISBA legislative liaison and ISBA delegate. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? And Mr. Wakefield has been selected as our ISBA legislative liaison and delegate. Now time to designate a Wayne Township Education Foundation representative.
I move for approval of Karen Burke as the Wayne Township Education Foundation representative.
Second.
Have a motion and a second to select Ms. Karen Burke as the Wayne Township Education Foundation representative. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Any opposed? And Mrs. Burke has been selected as our Wayne Township Education Foundation representative. Dr. Suggs and Chief Boomershine, we have an oath of office this evening.
Absolutely, Chief. If you'll join me in the front. And we'll have Officer Pardis also join us. Officer Pardis joined us recently at Chapel Hill, where we saw you.
Yes.
Chief, you want to tell us a little bit about Officer Pardis?
Yes, it comes from Warren Park. Has also worked with Orange Township schools a lot in the past. He's an instructor for firearms and emergency vehicle operations. He's also going to be our assistant IDAX coordinator already. I think I signed that memo yet today, so things are moving quickly for him, and we appreciate you joining the township.
Great, great. We're super excited about you joining the team and bringing your expertise to the township.
Thank you very much.
We have an oath of office.
The oath, I have to say, so far positive feedback. I've got a son at CHC, and he says our new SRO is pretty funny. No. All right. So for the oath of office, please repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Stephen Warren,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and uphold the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and uphold the Constitution of the United States,
and the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
the Constitution of the State of Indiana,
and will faithfully discharge my duties
and will faithfully discharge my duties
as a police officer with the MSD Wayne Township
as a police officer
with fairness, integrity, diligence, and impartiality
and impartiality,
according to the best of my abilities.
according to the best of my abilities.
Congratulations.
Photos and sign.
Absolutely.
Awesome. So Officer Carter, did you bring some friends and family with you tonight?
My wife, my mother, and my three daughters.
Thank you for coming. Have you got the pen?
Sir. Thank you so much.
And before you take your seat, just wanted to give you the opportunity, if there's anything you'd like to say to the board, about this opportunity and coming to Wayne.
Sure. I just would like to say thank you all. So far, it's been very welcoming, all of the staff and everybody that I've come into contact with. It's been a very good experience in that transition over. So I just want to say thank you for the opportunity and you do great things here and with Chief Boomershine. I think that I will be a great addition to the department.
We're excited to have you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, Chief.
Thank you.
Dr. Suggs, we have a recognition this evening.
We do. Ms. Tamika Lomax, if you can join me in the front, and as she comes. This is a dear friend who I've served with on the board for the Indianapolis Professional Association since 2016 or so. And so they called and said, we want to come to this board meeting, not sure why exactly, but Ms. Tamika, let you take it from here and certainly introduce our other friends as well. Colleagues. Board. The members of the Indianapolis Professional Association that are here, could you please stand? And if you don't mind telling us a little bit about, okay.
So, the Indianapolis Professional Association, IPA, we're coming on 40 years of existence, and we were founded primarily by lawyers, but right now, because it's a professional association, we welcome all professions, and we are a space for networking, for education, and community engagement. We have two task forces. One's the Education Task Force. I'm the chair of the Education Task Force, and we have a networking task force. So we have been instrumental in highlighting the achievements of minority graduating seniors in Marion County for 37 some odd years, yes. And we've given away over $400,000 in awards to those graduating young men and women to pursue their dreams. And we have networking events where we address community issues and try to network and pool our resources with other research organizations around the city. So that is IPA. Now, Dr. Suggs has been a faithful member, and so, and on the Education Task Force. And so I thought it appropriate that we do something to honor her on this auspicious occasion. And so here we are. Resolution recognizing and honoring Dr. Shania Suggs. Whereas Dr. Shania Suggs has been newly appointed superintendent of the Metropolitan School District of Wayne Township Schools in Indianapolis, Indiana, a role of immense responsibility and impact. And whereas Dr. Suggs is widely recognized as an innovative and transformative leader in education, whose vision, integrity, and commitment have positively influenced students, educators, and the broader Indianapolis community. And whereas Dr. Suggs is a valued, supported, and long-standing member of the Indianapolis Professional Association, demonstrating consistent dedication to the mission and advancement of the organization. And Whereas Dr. Suggs has faithfully served in IPA whenever called upon, contributing her time, leadership expertise in a number of capacities, including board member, assistant secretary, member of the Budget and Finance Committee, member of the Education Task Force, and member of the Fundraising Committee. And whereas her service reflects the highest levels of professionalism, collaboration, and commitment to community uplift. Now, therefore, be it resolved that IPA expresses its deep appreciation for Dr. Suggs' exemplary leadership, dedicated service, and continued commitment to educational excellence and organizational advancement. This professional association hereby recognizes, honors, and applauds Dr. Shania Suggs on the auspicious occasion of her appointment as superintendent of the Metropolitan District of Wayne Township Schools, adopted this 12th day of January 2026 by the Indianapolis Professional Association.
Come on up for a picture. Yes, I try to get away. No. Thank you. I am so honored. Thank you for this recognition. Really, these are the foot soldiers that you see here that have come tonight that are so dedicated to the mission of IPA and to our young people of the city, as well as networking, as she mentioned, with other organizations so that we move that mission forward, which aligns with the work that we do here in Wayne Township, which is why I have stayed connected and applaud what we do collectively. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
This time, we will suspend our regular board meeting and open up a public hearing for the property sale of 4201 West Moore Street. Dr. Samuel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the board, pursuant to Indiana Code 36-1-11-3, before a school corporation may transfer an interest in real estate owned by the school, it must hold a public hearing. And in our unending endeavor to follow the law, we are here today holding that hearing.
Standing. The next item on the agenda is for the board to hold a hearing on the sale of, to hold a hearing on the sale to Stens Construction Corporation of real estate located at 4201 West Moore Street, Indianapolis, Indiana. If you were interested in speaking at the hearing, please make sure you've signed the sign-in sheet back at the room, which should include your name and address. After a presentation by the administration, there will be an opportunity for the public to make comment about the project. The hearing will ask each person to limit their comments to 3 minutes, and the topic be limited to the proposed project under consideration. The notice of this hearing was published and legally required. At this time, I will ask that the Assistant Superintendent for Finance and Operations, Dr. Steve Samuel, explain the purpose of this hearing.
Thank you again, Mr. President and members of the board. As you indicated, the purpose of this hearing is kind of multi, but of course, the opportunity for the public to provide input on this sale of real estate, but also to give us a chance to talk through the process a little bit and help dive into what that looked like. And of course, as we mentioned earlier, follow the course of the law.
All right. We will now open public hearing. Remember, if you would like to speak, please sign in on the sheet located with Ms. Brown. As I mentioned earlier, we ask that you state your name and address and your comments to the proposed project. Keep any comment to 3 minutes and avoid being repetitive if possible. Ms. Brown, did we have anyone sign up for public comment?
We do not have anyone set up.
Thank you. Would anyone else like to speak? All right.
I would, if you don't mind, Mr. President, on the board, you can see, and it's on our public notices page. As I told Dr. Suggs last week, it was actually kind of a fun process to go through this. We were able to host a handful of tours of the property, and with the help of Mr. Erickson, had reached out to some real estate brokerages in the area to hopefully generate interest in the property. So later this evening, we'll bring the resolution to empower the sale, but this does just give you the outline of those offers. Our initial offer, the first offer that came through was for $5.75 million. The next offer, which came through about 2 minutes before the 3 p.m. deadline, was for just over $6 million. And then in close succession after that, the current high offer extends construction of $7.5 million. So we happened to be sitting in cabinet, and it was an exciting time for us to navigate those emails coming through for the district here. So appreciate your time and excited to bring the resolution and ask for action later in the meeting.
Thank you for the information, Dr. Samuel. This time we will close the public hearing and resume our regular board meeting. Dr. Suggs, do we have anyone sign up for public comment?
We have had no one sign up for public comment tonight.
Board, in your board docs, you've been presented with minutes of our previous meetings for review. At this time, I ask for a motion and a second for the approval of minutes presented.
I recommend approval of the minutes with general consent.
Second.
Motion and a second of the minutes presented being approved. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the minutes have been approved. Thank you, board. Moving on to the financial report, Dr. Samuel.
Thank you, Mr. President. Members of the board, also included in your documents for tonight's meeting, you will find the claims docket totaling $46,108,522.19 for your review. A few items to note this month. You can see lower expenses across ed ops and referendum funds. This simply reflects a return to our typical 2 payroll month rather than last month, which was a 3 payroll month. And then, as you may also notice, we have expenses in the debt service fund. So the debt service payments go out twice a year on no later than December 31st and no later than June 30th. And so those are reflected here. As you know, we're working consistently with our partners at Stiefel to monitor and kind of work through the debt on an annual basis, look at what individual payments are coming up from year to the next. And of course, all of those are documented on Gateway, outlining each of those debt payments and the amortization schedule for those. Welcome any questions that you have, and respectfully ask for approval of the financial report as presented.
I move for approval of the finance report as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second regarding the financial report presented. Do you have any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The financial report is approved. Thank you, Dr. Samuel. Moving on to human resources, Mr. Festinger.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. In the board docs, you received the human resources reports A1 and A2. Addendum A1, Addendum A2, and Addendum A-2.1 have been made available for your review. Just be happy to answer any questions you may have, and respectfully ask for approval. Human resources report A1, A2, and addendum A1 and addendum A2 and A2.1.
I recommend approval of the personnel reports, A1, A2, addendum A1, addendum A2, and addendum A2.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the Human Resources Report. Any comment or discussion?
I would just say I saw, of course, I knew it was coming, but that my dear friends, sad for us, but happy for her, that Terry Alexander Matthews will be retiring. So I know she will definitely be missed. But she's looking forward to it.
She has requested to retire. You have not approved.
Like I told them no a long time ago, they weren't hearing it, so.
We tried at the meeting last week too.
right.
Yeah. 33 years.
Yes.
Any additional comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And Human Resources reports are approved. Thank you, Mr. Fessler.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Moving on to donations this evening.
Mr. President and members of the board, Dr. Walters, Dr. Harris, and I respectfully request your consideration of the following donations. We have a number of donations in elementary for this month. Christmas gifts from the YMCA of Greater Indianapolis to elementary students valued at $3,600. To Stoutfield Elementary, $5,466.70 from the Science Foundation of Indiana to support the purchase of STEM items. The Pacers made a donation, invited 10 of our students to a game, and then gave them each $200 to the team store and $200 Nike gift card, as well as a signed jersey. At McClellan Elementary, $5,000 from Amazon to support student activities and needs, including coats and school supplies. Also at McClellan, hats and gloves valued at $250 for students from the Aviation Institute for maintenance. At Garden City, we had food and gift assistance valued at $300 from the American Legion Post number 64. $5,000 for assistance and to support the purchase of Christmas gifts from Angel Anonymous of Indiana. $1,000 for assistance to support the purchase of Christmas gifts for the Ben Davis High School Secret Santa. $100 in assistance from Project Santa. For food and gifts valued at $200 from Wayne Township Transportation. Also food and gifts valued at $600 from the Wayne Township Trustee. And then Christmas gifts from Westlake Church valued at $750. At Roby Elementary, we had gifts of clothes and toys valued at $1,750 from the Chapel Hill Methodist Church, as well as hats, gloves, and scarves valued at $300 from Mount Pleasant Christian Church. At Maplewood Elementary, $1,000 from Johnson Jensen LLC law firm to purchase supplies for students during the holidays. At Rhodes Elementary, we had toys and clothing valued at $5,000 from New Hope Presbyterian Church to support youth.
And secondary, $1,000 from Steel Dynamic Inc. to support the Ben Davis ROTC program.
And next, we have a request to accept a $2,500 donation from Keystone Cooperative to aid in purchasing additional pantry boxes for the Giant Marketplace. Mr. President and members of the board, Dr. Pierce, Walters, and I respectfully request your approval of schedules B1 through B20.
I move for approval of schedules B1 through B20 donations, very generous donations.
We have a motion and a second to approve donations scheduled B1 through B20. Any comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? The donations are approved. Thank you so much, Dr. Pierce, Dr. Walters, and Dr. Harris.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Moving on to field trips.
Mr. President, members of the board, we have 2 field trips for your to request for approval this evening. The first is Ben Davis High School students, families, and staff to attend an educational trip to Eastern Europe from March 28, 2027 to April 6, 2027. And the next stays stateside, Integrity and the Ignite teams at Lyndhurst 7th and 8th grade center to visit King Island on May 15, 2026. I respectfully request approval of our field trips.
I recommend approval of the field trips as presented.
I have a motion and a second for the field trips. Any comment or discussion?
Can I go on to number one?
Dr. Such not already applied.
Maybe next year.
Any additional comment? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The field trips are approved. Thank you, Dr. Walters.
Thank you.
Moving on to the resolution to approve the sale of real property. Dr. Samuel.
Thank you, good, Mr. President. Members of the board, included in your documents this evening, you will see the resolution to approve sale of real property. As we discussed just a few moments ago during the hearing, your action is required to allow us to complete this sale. So the resolution in front of you really outlines that bid of $7.5 million from Stans Construction and approves that. Additionally, the resolution provides the power for Dr. Suggs, myself, and Mrs. Eaton to execute all the other components of the sale with regard to any covenant. So happy to answer any questions that you have and humbly ask for approval. I should add one more thing. I apologize. Just point your attention to the appraisal value being $4.3 million on that initial approval to post this piece of property. So certainly the board has discretion to reject all bids, but in this instance, I certainly recommend that we accept the $7.5 million. And I'm happy to answer any questions that you have about this.
I recommend adoption of the resolution for 4201 West Moore Street.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Kickoff comment and discussion. Dr. Samuel, I have no doubt that you and our legal team and real estate team have dotted all the i's and crossed all the t's, but we have seen some minor hiccups before. Do you perceive there to be any zoning issues or city county council issues? Is this something that feels good with everyone that may be a stakeholder?
Yeah, at this time, we don't have any reason to see barriers. So happy to report, that the company is very reputable. Certainly, we're very engaged, asked a lot of good questions throughout their visits to the property. And I think from a zoning perspective, there is some flexibility baked into the property already. And so I'm very optimistic that we'll be able to see this through.
Thank you. Any additional comment or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And the resolution to approve sale of real property is approved. Thank you, Dr. Samuel. Moving on to board reports, family life videos.
Thank you, Mr. President, members of the board. I just wanted to bring to your attention a change in our elementary social health video procedures. It's pretty small, but previously our nurses sent a letter to parents and asked parents to respond only if they did not want their child to do videos. In accordance with Senate Enrolled Act 442, we'll be providing parents with notice and asking for their consent or their non-consent. So parents will have to say yes or no to that. Parents can still decide if they want their children to watch the video or not. Nurses will make those videos available, just as we always have. But we are just changing that one little bit and asking for the consent. Also, we'll be asking a future meeting for approval to show new videos. The videos we show now are on DVD. Some of our schools don't even have DVD players. Institutional health have provided social health videos they use at their schools, and so for your viewing pleasure, we'll be sending those to you sometime this spring for you to take a look at. We'll ask probably early next school year for your approval to use those new videos as instructional materials. Just want to bring that to your attention tonight. If you have any questions,
No official action needed this evening. Mr. Fessler, we know sometimes parent engagement can be difficult and curriculum is typically taught in a timely manner. In the event we do not get a parent response, either approving or disapproving the student's participation, what will our default action be?
it will be appropriate. We'll provide that in our letter through parents for send to each parent. Great.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. We'll move on to board information and comment. Dr. Suggs.
Great, thank you. I do have a couple of things. I don't want it to go unnoticed, and I appreciate the board for their approval of the donations, but it really speaks to the support that our community continues to give so much to our students and to our staff, to our families. We're just so appreciative of that connection and do not want to overlook the impact that their financial contributions are making for our children. So I just wanted to make note of that. The legislature has been really busy, and so they finished up with proposing bills on this past Friday. On the Senate side, there are 293 proposals, and on the House side, 435. So there's lots of work to be done there. You might have heard through media, the news, maybe even social media, that our legislature wants to finish up earlier than normal. Typically, it's March. Then March, when the short session ends, I think there is a goal to finish by the end of February, but certainly they have plenty of bills to consider during that time, so we'll see if they keep that timetable and also keep you board informed of how those bills are moving forward, many of which may not make it even out of committee. So we'll keep you informed of that. We've got lots going on in the community. Girls basketball versus Avon at home on Tuesday, 6 p.m. We have a wrestling match versus Avon at home on Wednesday at 6. The boys basketball versus Lawrence, it's away, 6:30. And then Davis swimming versus Speedway is going to be at home on Thursday at 5:30. Boys basketball, the Marion County Tourney is beginning, and they'll be playing at Southport at 7:45. And then the boys basketball county, if they make it on Saturday, will happen at Southport at 7 p.m. So we'll be watching that. On Saturday morning, however, you can catch the Davis girls basketball versus Pike at home at noon. So lots of opportunities to see our young people perform. In addition to that, school board, we will have board visits, 2 of those this week. Our first one is on Tuesday at Garden City, 8 a.m. And then on Thursday at North Wayne, also at 8 a.m. What's really exciting tonight is that we honor you, school board. It is School Board Appreciation Month. And so we have some goodies for you, but most importantly, we want you to know how much you're appreciated each and every day, because what we know is that you are the eyes and ears of our community wherever you go. So we appreciate you every day, not just the month of January, but it is the official appreciation. So thank you for what you do. Thank you. That's all I have.
Board, I'd like to take an opportunity to thank you once again for participating in the retreat on Saturday. We know how important it is and how fruitful it is for our staff to participate in professional development. So I think that flows just the same for us as board members. We make an effort to pour into ourselves and get better as individuals and as a collective board. And I think Saturday was a great exercise in all of the above. So thank you again for making time to participate in that. You too, Dr. Suggs. I believe everyone knows that my mother passed over the winter break. I'd like to thank Dr. Suggs and the cabinet for the beautiful arrangement that my family and I received. You certainly put some thought into that. As I was looking at the planner with my wife, I realized that the tag indicated with this arrangement, you really can't over or underwater, and it doesn't matter if it's in light or dark. Be able to keep it and thank you all so much for taking time out of your holiday season to send your kind words prayers. It really means a lot, so thank you. Does anyone else have anything before we wrap up this evening? Okay, we'll look for a motion to adjourn.
I move that we adjourn at 7:10 p.m.
Second.
Have a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned to 7:10 p.m. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Order.